Delegates, please take your seats. Please take your seats. Come to order. Please take your seats and come to order. Thank you. The House declares, the Chair declares, not the House, the Chair declares the House is back in session. Let me introduce to you today our Installation Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Steve Wynn.
Thank you, Speaker Morrison. Physician-directed, physician-led. Powerful motto. Good afternoon and welcome to the installation of Ronald R. Burns, D.O., FACOFP, as the 123rd President of the American Osteopathic Association. My name is Steve Wynn, and I'm the proud Executive Director of the Florida Osteopathic Medical Association. I'd like to take this opportunity and thank Dr. and Mrs. Burns for giving me this honor to be part of this wonderful, prestigious occasion. Many people come into our lives. Some pass through quickly. Others stay and become friends. And they make wonderful impressions in our heart and in our minds because they truly make a difference. Dr. Burns is one of those individuals who makes a difference. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the individual who introduced me to Dr. Burns many, many years ago. He called Dr. Burns a shining star in the profession. And he told me the more I got to know Dr. Burns, the brighter that star would shine. And he was right. I want to thank William Silverman for getting Dr. Burns involved in the FOMA. Today, the shining star is brighter and brighter. I'd like to take an opportunity now to introduce some of the Burns family and would ask you to please hold your applause. Janet, Dr. Burns' wife, who has been so very helpful in allowing others to have his time and being that true partner to make his success as successful as it has been. Janet, would you please stand for a moment? And stay standing. And stay standing. Our new First Lady. His children, Carly. Would you stand, Carly? Corey, OMS3 at NSU, KPCOM. CJ. Caroline. Ron's brother, Dwayne, and Janet's mom, Dorothy Wisniewski. Let's hear it for the Burns family. Thank you very much. I'd like to now introduce the Florida delegation and our chair, Dr. Anthony Ottaviani, along with the FOMA president, Dr. Eric Goldsmith. Would you please stand? Dr. Burns has many different mentors and has many over the years. But there's a special mentor to he and his family, and has become one of his best friends. They've traveled here all the way from Orlando to be part of this wonderful occasion and been extremely helpful to the Burns family when they've traveled on behalf of the AOA all across the country. I would like to ask Dr. Robert Schultz and his wife Carla to stand. Mentoring is so very important. As physicians, we know that with students. We appreciate all that you have done and continue to do. I'd like to also ask the members in District 3 from Dr. Burns' hometown and other members of the Burns family and friends who've come to celebrate this wonderful occasion to please stand. Thanks to Dr. Marcelino Oliva, a former president of the AOA, I've been coming to the AOA House for 45 years, and I've witnessed many changes, but today I can honestly say that under the guidance of your incoming president, Dr. Ronald R. Burns, we are all in for a brighter future. I feel confident Dr. Burns will be leading the AOA with his team, Dr. Kevin Clower, the new CEO, and others, during the most difficult time for the osteopathic profession and for the AOA. Dr. Burns has proven his successful leadership many times over. While asked to serve by then-Governor Jeb Bush, while asked to serve by then-Governor Charlie Crist, who is now United States Congressman Charlie Crist, when asked to serve by Governor Rick Scott, now United States Senator Rick Scott, Dr. Burns always performed. No matter how difficult the task, he was always ready and willing for the challenge. When he was president of the Florida Osteopathic Medical Association, Governor Jeb Bush had asked him to help promote a Physicians' Day at the Florida Capitol to create an awareness of the critical medical malpractice crisis facing Florida. Dr. Burns did, working with the Florida Medical Association and other statewide associations and healthcare professionals. Over 2,000 physicians were on the Capitol steps in Tallahassee talking about the medical malpractice crisis. And it wasn't too long thereafter that the Florida legislature passed major medical malpractice legislation signed by Governor Jeb Bush. Dr. Burns doesn't give up. Dr. Burns is a leader that can truly make a difference. You'll not find a more dedicated, transparent, caring, or intelligent individual to lead the AOA. And this cannot be done alone, as we all know. It takes a team, it takes a family. Physician-directed, physician-led. He'll need help from everyone, especially the AOA Board of Trustees, the AOA House of Delegates, and the statewide executive directors to accomplish these everyday challenges. I said this could not be done alone. It's truly going to take the family, but it's going to take the AOA family to make it happen. The FOMA would like to show a short video as a tribute to Dr. Burns. Please play the video. I'd like to ask Father David to come up and do an invocation and have some special words of wisdom. Father David is not only Dr. Burns' priest, but Dr. Burns is Father David's doctor. So I'm sure they both know each other's ins and outs. Father David.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's right. And if you want to find out more, talk to me later. Knock, knock. Hippo. I can't tell you. So Hippo might not like us talking about this, but you and I are in the same business, the business of healing. You know, you deal with people and their suffering, primarily in the body. I deal with people and their suffering, primarily in their mind and body and spirit, and their spirit. But together we know there's a unity of mind, body, and spirit as you treat your people, not just problems or patients or diseases or pains. You're treating people. And you know, the more they're treated as people, the more whole we become, and holy, as I would say, holy. So we're in the same business of healing. Prayer is powerful in healing. You know, prayer can help heal mind, body, and spirit. How many of y'all have ever prayed for a patient or a staff person? A show of hands. Okay, a couple of you. Okay, here's a little harder one. How many of y'all prayed with a patient or a staff person? Show of hands. Wow, it's just as many. So I'd like to do that a little prayer exercise right now and then finish with an invocation. And what I'm going to ask you to do, if you like, is to pray with each other. Simply ask the other person, your neighbor, what would you like to pray for? And they might say health, and then you turn around and say, well, God bless Joe with health. And what would you like to pray for? Family. Okay, well, Lord, give thanks for the family. Bless Mary's family. And so to model this, we're going to role play this with a volunteer, Janet. Can you come on up? So you know how this goes. So Janet, what would you like to pray for?
I would like to pray for everybody to have very safe travels home from this wonderful meeting.
Okay, so Lord, we give thanks for bringing us here and give us safe travels home to our families and to our work you've entrusted to us. Amen. Now you ask me.
Father David, what would you like to pray for?
I like to pray for wisdom in pastoring people, and as your friends, ask for God's guidance. So say a prayer for me.
Father David, I pray that all of your prayers for us for wisdom all come true. Thank you.
Amen. Okay, thanks, Janet. Give our volunteer a round of applause. So your turn. If you like, we'll take 1 minute, and I'll watch the clock. So go ahead, ask your neighbor, what would you like to pray for, and then switch. Go. Okay, make sure the other person has a chance. What do you want to pray for? Make it a prayer. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. What a praying group we got here. That's great. You're going to put me out of a job. Okay. So what was that like to pray with each other? How did you like to, Yeah, it's a little trick. It's a little nervous if you haven't done it before. So good for you, taking a leap of faith there. What was it like having someone pray for you? Wasn't it nice? It's like, something feels right. So I encourage you to do that and to offer that, even in your practice, for your staff, for your patients, for that unity of mind, body, and spirit, that whole and holiness that's far more than powers in our hands entrusted to us. We give thanks to God. So I want to finish with a prayer. And by the way, my parish, I'm back in Orlando, is praying for you. I asked them to pray for you this weekend, and I am praying for you as well. So let us finish with a prayer. Please stand. Lord Jesus, divine physician, who in your earthly life showed special concern for those who suffer and entrusted to your disciples the ministry of healing, make us ever ready to alleviate the trials of our brethren. Make each one of us aware of the great mission that is entrusted to us. Strive always to be an instrument of your merciful love. Enlighten our minds, guide our hands, make our hearts diligent and compassionate. Make us, O Lord, good Samaritans, ready to welcome, treat, and console those we encounter in our work. Following the example of the holy medical doctors who have preceded us, help us to offer our generous contribution to the constant renewal of healthcare structures. Bless our studies and our profession. Enlighten our research and our teaching. Lastly, grant to us, having constantly loved and served you and our suffering brethren, that at the end of our earthly pilgrimage, we may contemplate your glorious countenance and experience the joy of the encounter with you in your kingdom of joy and everlasting peace. Amen. Please be seated.
Thank you, Father David. Now we have a special video congratulating Dr. Burns. Please play the video.
Hi, Ron. Congratulations on becoming president of the AOA. I bring you greetings from Scott Steingard, our chair, and from the nation's 70 state medical and osteopathic boards.
Congratulations, Ron, as you become the 123rd president of the AOA.
Congratulations, Ron, on becoming AOA president.
Ron, congratulations on becoming the 123rd president of the American Osteopathic Association.
One of the most impressive things about the American Osteopathic Association is how every year an outstanding leader steps up. And that has happened yet again.
Ron Burns, congratulations on being elected the president of the American Osteopathic Association.
Dr. Burns is the perfect hybrid of all the positive attributes across the generations. Like a veteran, he's committed to his faith, his family, and traditions. Like a baby boomer, he's committed to his health and is a team-oriented, optimistic individual. And of course, like a millennial, he has a great sense of humor, values the work-life balance, is tech-savvy, and really values his time with his pets, especially his dogs.
Ron, we need to talk about the elephant in the middle of the room. But today, you are the big elephant. Not that you're any Dumbo, and we know you're not going to do this job for peanuts.
Although you live in sunny Florida, we know your roots are in Ohio. We are proud to claim you also as a favorite son of Ohio.
Ron, you're a double graduate of Ohio University and Ohio University's College of Osteopathic Medicine, now Heritage College, first AOA president. Ohio University is so proud of your accomplishments, especially for public service. That's why we gave you the Medal of Merit last year.
Your eye to detail and your dedication to our osteopathic profession will serve us all well during this coming year.
Your leadership, especially your passion and your diplomatic skills, are well known to many of your friends and colleagues at the Florida Board of Osteopathic Medicine, which you've chaired, and at the FSMB, where you've served on numerous committees and work groups looking at everything from telemedicine to physician reentry.
Having served on the Florida State Board of Osteopathic Medicine and the Board of Directors of the NBOME, Dr. Burns has a unique appreciation for professional self-regulation and its importance in the quality of patient care.
You have been a tireless osteopathic physician and a distinguished member of the AOA Board of Trustees. I know with your vast experience in every AOA department, you will be a magnificent leader, the last of the three amigos, Mark, you, and Bill, to lead the organization.
Rest assured that the entire Board of Trustees stands ready to assist you in obtaining your objectives.
Ron Burns is smart, sincere, authentic, demonstrates integrity, he's kind, and let me tell you, he has a hilarious sense of humor.
We are very excited that you're moving forward as president of the AOA. We look forward to your experience, your wisdom, and mostly your wit.
We have many issues and challenges facing our organization in the coming years, and I am confident you will provide excellent leadership and direction with your collaborative style, knowledge, and quick wit to both current and future physicians.
Your positive approach to leadership and your commitment to our affiliates will strengthen our osteopathic family. So, Captain Ron, I wish you smooth sailing with the wind at your back.
It's a great time for you to be taking over this position. It's such an important period for our profession.
He's the right person, right place, right time. Congratulations, Dr. Ron Burns.
Ron, we're here to support you, and we pledge our help to you in any way we can throughout this year, and we're so proud to have you as our graduate.
Congratulations, Dr. Burns. The AOA and the osteopathic medical profession are in good hands.
And I wish you the absolute best of luck.
Best of luck, and God bless you and Janet on your travels this next year.
Congratulations, it's going to be a good year.
Just remember, like they say at Mardi Gras, have a great ride.
Oh, and don't forget your shades as you lead us into our bright future. Congratulations.
Dr. Burns has received many congratulatory letters on becoming president of the AOA from United States Senator Marco Rubio, from United States Senator Rick Scott, from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy, the Florida Senate President Bill Galvano, and many, many others too numerous to mention, along with a special congratulatory letter from the President of the United States, wishing Dr. Burns success and looks forward to working with Dr. Burns as President of the American Osteopathic Association. These letters will be on display at the President's reception tonight. And Dr. Burns would like to remind everybody coming to the reception this evening to please pick up their personal invitation from Dr. Burns. The Florida Passport, Let the Sun Shine In and Visit Florida, and your invitee is Dr. Burns. Please pick that up tonight. Remember, Florida has 1,000 people moving into our state every single day. We need all the taxpayers we can get. At this time, it gives me a great deal of pleasure and an honor to introduce to you the current president of the American Osteopathic Association, Dr. William Mayo, for the oath of office.
Ron, we've been looking forward to this day. You know, you've been right there on my side for the last year, and it has been a sincere pleasure to work collaboratively with you, almost as a co-president, as best we could. And I want you to know that I know how well we're going to perform next year with you at the helm of our ship. So with that, let's begin this. You, Ronald R. Burns, have been elected by the members of our association to the high office of president. With this office goes the responsibility for the success of the policies and objectives of the American Osteopathic Association during the coming year. You are charged with the task of providing leadership that will bring our association before organizations, elected officials, and the public. You are charged with responsibility of naming able leadership who will diligently carry out the activities assigned to AOA committees. In addition, you are charged with successfully developing and promoting the programs that benefit the AOA family. I know you will serve our association well and will accept these responsibilities to that end. I also know you will do the utmost to bring great credit to our profession during your year in office. Now, Ron, will you please raise your right hand and attest to the oath of office? Please repeat after me. I hereby swear or affirm that I, Ronald R. Burns, D.O.,
I hereby swear or affirm that I, Ronald Burns, D.O.,
will do all in my power.
Will do all in my power.
To uphold the Constitution and bylaws.
To uphold the Constitution and bylaws.
Of the American Osteopathic Association.
Of the American Osteopathic Association.
That during the year.
That during the year.
I will carry out all of the duties of president.
I will carry out all the duties of president.
To the best of my abilities.
To the best of my abilities.
And that I will deal justly, fairly, and impartially.
And that I will deal justly, fairly, and impartially.
In all matters which come before me.
In all matters which come before me.
This I solemnly swear.
This I solemnly pledge.
It is now my honor, I'm going to reach behind you just a second, to present you with the ring as the president of the American Osteopathic Association, to place the shield of the president on you. And because we can only have one president, slide mine in. It's your ship, buddy. I love you. All right. Here's your gavel. Lead us.
You want to say it? Please say it.
I said, Mike, please. I told him, here's the gavel. Now lead us.
Good afternoon. I want to first thank Steve Wynn for presiding, of Master of Ceremonies, and Father David Scotchy for providing God's blessing. We are truly blessed to serve our patients as osteopathic physicians. And I am just so excited for today, so excited because I get to thank so many people in this room. So many people have touched me, influenced my life, mentored me. First, I want to honor my mom and dad for the many sacrifices that they gave to my brother and me, and for all their time they spent with us, all their love. I can't say enough. I would not be where I am today without my wife, Janet. I usually place or win the romance challenge when I disclose that Janet and I met under unconventional circumstances. We met at Ohio University Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine, but we were never able to thank the individual that introduced us. You see, we met over a cadaver in gross anatomy lab. I was getting my master's in exercise physiology and she was a physical therapy student. But wow, what a value for my dollar at Ohio University. Not only did I receive the best education, but I found my life partner. Even today, I'll have an occasional flashback when we're in conversation and Janet disagrees. Imagine that, you know. And she'll close the discussion by saying, "Over my dead body, Ron." Seriously, though, we're truly blessed to be together ever since and to have 5 wonderful children. Janet, please join me on the stage. In addition to being my boss and running our great private practice in Orlando, Florida, she does so much with pre-SOMA, osteopathic students and residents throughout all of Florida. She loves this profession so much that she served as the first Burns National President, leading the advocates for the American Osteopathic Association in 2014. Janet, you are the love of my life. I appreciate your willingness to sacrifice your own career and to share me with this wonderful profession. The office I assume today takes a level of leadership, engagement, and focus that one cannot do alone. I appreciate her daily critical support, her listening, and most importantly, her love. Thank you, sweetie.
You're perfect on
And
time.
Ray? I've got something just extra special for you. Those are for you. God bless you so much, sweetie. Thank you. I would like to introduce to this house Janet's new best friend, Tamara Clower. Tamara, could you please stand? Your extended family welcomes and thanks you. Speaking now to all the supportive spouses and partners here today, we all work very hard for this profession. But what we may accomplish during our careers is simply not possible without the pillars of support in our lives. Thank you all. Besides our devoted families, we all have cherished colleagues that we owe a debt of gratitude. With the utmost recognition to my predecessor, William S. Mayo, and his wife, Sherry. His steady pace and calming words were exactly what I needed when I would feel my heart racing. And during our travels, Bill taught me what is meant in the South by the phrase, "Bless your heart." Likewise, I taught him a similar saying from Orlando, "Have a magical day." Dr. Mayo admirably led this association, focused on advancing the AOA board certification, membership value, and connecting generations of the osteopathic family. Please accept my heartfelt personal thanks. And on behalf of our entire board, please join me in thanking Dr. Bill Mayo. It's a great honor to recognize previous Florida leaders who served as my mentors. Marcelina Oliva Dio, AOA president, 1988, served the profession at the local, state, and national levels for nearly 50 years and chaired the Bureau on Federal Health Programs for 18 years. Howard Near Dio, AOA president, 1995, having a real estate license, successfully renegotiated the loan on the AOA building, cutting the debt in half. And ophthalmologist Philip L. Shettle Dio, AOA president 2005, had the foresight to expertly lead, and for those that remember his inauguration, we saw him for what he was, a true Superman. Now, I would like all AOA past presidents, all past and current Board of Trustee members and advisors to please stand. I thank this great House for electing these outstanding leaders over the years. They have served as role models and mentors in ways too numerous to mention. I'm also fortunate to have the most talented, passionate, and dedicated Board of Trustees imaginable. They are a great team elected by you. I thank the Florida delegation for nurturing and nominating me. I thank the entire Florida Osteopathic Medical Association staff, and especially the Wynn family, including Steve's wife, Judy, and daughter, Michelle. Steve was hired by Marcelina Oliva Dio as a lobbyist back in the day when he had a hole in his shoe and a bright vision for the future. He has been an exemplary executive for more than 45 years. Finally, I'm thankful for my fellowship experience of ACOP, leadership role with NBOME, and time serving the public on the Florida Licensure Board. All of these experiences have provided me with the passion and understanding of our role together to advance the distinctive osteopathic voice. Now, I'll stop using the word I for a moment and talk about us. We are a team. We have a dedicated staff that enjoys the ability to perform great work. We have much work to do and many goals, but 3 are primary and are of equal importance. And they are my goals for the coming year. Number 1, we must expand support of and collaboration with our affiliates. Number 2, we must improve certification board services. And number 3, we must enhance membership services. Let's take a look at these 3 goals. So the first is to expand support of and collaboration with our affiliates. We can and must do better at engaging and supporting our affiliates. Toward this end, you will never hear me use the words alignment, models, or messaging. I will describe respectful engagement, business solutions, and bi-directional communication with increased representation. Working with the affiliates, I have 3 key strategies to achieve these goals. First, we will expand the AACOM accreditation program to better support the needs of our affiliates. Number 2, we will improve transparency and communication with our affiliates. And number 3, we will expand opportunities for affiliate representation. We are a federation of states and osteopathic colleges. Strength in numbers has served our profession well. I am committed to reinvigorating the collaboration by improved communication enhance representation, and support through programs such as joint providership of CME programs. We must also protect the distinctiveness and value of osteopathic CME and the role of Category 1A CME. Let's take a moment to recognize our great executive directors and CEOs of our affiliates. If you think of a hardbound book, with each chapter of that book being written by one of our great affiliate presidents over the years, the binding of the book, the glue that holds everything together, is that great executive director of our affiliates. Not only do they serve in critical role in day-to-day operations, but they maintain the attractive culture by mentoring future DO leaders. Please join me in recognizing their commitment to our profession. The affiliate voice is unique, important, and must be heard. During the mid-year 2018 meeting, your Board of Trustees approved resolutions from the Affiliate Task Force. Now it's time to act on those resolutions, and we will do so. In addition, we're in the process of developing a new AOA strategic plan. Currently, we have one representative from AOCED and one representative from SOCI. They participate as advisors with voice but no vote. Tomorrow, I will present a nomination book for approval by your Board of Trustees that requests expanded representation to 2 members from AOCED and 2 members from SOCI, and all 4 will have voice and vote. My second goal is to improve certification board services. Lord Horatio Nelson has been famously quoted, "Never mind the maneuvers, just go straight at them." And that aptly describes my approach to this second goal. Look, no one likes to be assessed. I don't like to be assessed, except maybe by Janet. But at the end of the day, the physician has to feel that something good comes from this process, that it makes us better physicians, that it results in better patient care. The process must be efficient, less costly, and less intrusive. Above all, it must assess what we do. And I have 3 strategies to improve the physician experience. Number 1, improve operational efficiency by adding critical full-time employees and positions. Number 2, improve assessment characteristics and the assessment experience. And number 3, define an implementation plan for longitudinal assessment. We have listened to you and recognized the need to expand the certifying board services team to improve our existing certification processes. We must achieve this goal, and we'll do it with innovation, and we'll do it in collaboration with our boards as true, authentic partners. We must commit to developing new methods and strategies for providing specialty board certification while reinforcing osteopathic competencies. This House of Delegates has heard many debates about osteopathic identity and preservation of the profession for more than a century. Join me for a moment in time travel. Remember, I'm from Orlando, I can do that. Let's travel back in time. It's the early 1900s, and the osteopathic profession is in conflict between the lesionists and the broad osteopaths. The lesionists feel that the strict tenets of Andrew Taylor Still should be followed. The broad osteopaths feel that there should be broader training for osteopathic physicians in surgery and obstetrics, and that there's appropriate use of medications in their practice. The broad osteopaths, as we can surmise, eventually will be successful. But that's not until 1929, when the AOA, through this great House of Delegates, made it official policy that the AOA was in favor of a more complete and unlimited scope of practice. Now, let's fast forward back to today, as we say in Orlando, back to the future. Today, we are modern medicine with a personal touch. Modern medicine meaning we utilize all the latest technology, pharmaceutical, surgical interventions, but we never lose focus on the person. We focus on the mind, body, and spirit. Osteopathic physicians practice with a broader differential. To quote President Karen Nichols, DO, single GME accreditation works because it occurs after undergraduate medical education identity formation. Quite simply, our identity and patient-centric focus is an innate cultural response, tends not to decrement, and is ever present. To further illustrate this point, while visiting Lincoln Memorial DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine, I met student Dr. Cole Carter. While thinking osteopathically, he identified a very unique opportunity. He found children suffering from traumatic hand amputations and formed an on-campus club to address their needs. His club was formed to print 3D hands accurately, efficiently, and for very little expense. The children became twice as active, socially engaged, and overcame such an adverse childhood experience. Cole was incorporating our osteopathic principles while embracing today's technology. This is one of many such examples of student innovation. I want to recognize all and thank all of our osteopathic medical students for choosing us, for challenging us, and for inspiring us. Together, our profession will celebrate many discoveries and developments from this collective empathetic brain power. My purpose for illustrating and contrasting these 2 points in time is to exaggerate the change in thinking and the evolving role and skills of physicians. Today, as in 1926, we are the guardians of the osteopathic domain, and we debate how the forces of change affect patient care. Can you imagine this profession if we didn't expand our training to all specialties? Can you imagine this profession as we partner osteopathic tenets with emerging technology? Assessment drives learning, and certification adapts to demonstrate excellence to the public. It is time for the AOA to lead in certification. Our certification must have the capability to assess what you do. We need to know what you do. We need to correctly assess what you do day in and day out, and that's based on the blueprint of a job task analysis. In order to do that, we will be infusing capital and staff to accommodate the changing assessments for certification. These are not aspirational words. These are action words. Jeannie James, please stand. I'd like to introduce Jeannie James to everyone. She will be working in certification to operationalize and provide clear guidance to our certifying board services. The resolutions that you approve today as AOA policy will be implemented, will be followed, and we want to acknowledge Jeannie James for doing this. Together, working with Kevin Clower, the trains will run on time. AOA board certification will be recognized as an innovator in certification by employers, regulators, and accreditors, and must be the physician's choice of certification. This brings me to my third goal, enhancing member services. We must exceed and anticipate your expectations. The AOA exists to ensure you have the best possible professional partner and advocate. Again, I have 3 goals, 3 strategies to accomplish that goal. Strategy number 1, a new membership database. We are designing an improved MRM, a membership relationship management database. Number 2, we will define and implement strategies for a more personal member experience. And this will be informed by the great work of your membership task force and the Bureau of Membership. And strategy number 3, the directory of our great staff with pictures and contact information, last published for House of Delegates 2013, will return as an easily accessible online resource so you can call us. We sometimes take things for granted. Ask yourself why you're a member of the AOA. The answer may not be obvious, but it's quite simple. Being a member is an investment in yourself and an investment in the profession. An investment in yourself for professional development, opportunities to acquire leadership skills, research opportunities, and so much more. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for being a member of the AOA. I ask that when you go home, you share your passion with your colleagues and describe what resonates with you. In order to better serve our members, we must be able to better assess, anticipate, and respond to your needs. One of the biggest needs of membership is advocacy for you and your patients. Most people think the most dangerous time in Florida is during the hurricane season. Well, it's not. It's the same time as in your home state. It's when the legislature's in session. I commit to you that I will do all in my power to maintain a distinctive osteopathic voice in all legislative matters, act as an ambassador for our patients, and protect the sacred patient-physician relationship. We have very passionate staff in our Washington, D.C. office at the National Osteopathic Advocacy Center, always keeping a watchful eye on the barometer of healthcare. And together, we must address physician resiliency, reduce barriers such as prior authorization, deal with those inefficient electronic health records that are not yet interoperable, and we have to constantly focus on the constant challenges to OMT coding. Let me share some final concluding remarks. Last year, I committed to those who nominated me that the AOA must be physician-directed and physician-led. Warren Buffett once said, in looking for people to hire, you look for 3 things. You look for integrity, intelligence, and energy. Integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if you don't have the first, the other 2 will kill you. Kevin Clower, DO, has answered the call of this profession his entire career. We share many things in common. Together, we believe our work to be critical to our organizational successes. We together love this profession. And we share in the mutual belief that both of our roles are a capstone to our respective careers. Now, during my travels, I've been offered several leadership books to read. I've got quite a collection by now. There are two that I have read thoroughly. They are my favorite, and I will follow them until modified by this great House. They are the AOA Constitution and Bylaws and the AOA House of Delegates Compendium of Policy. The AOA is your community. It is the foundation of our profession's culture. We are your professional family. Membership curates osteopathically distinctive events. Osteopathically distinctive events to inspire you, resources to guide you, and a community to protect you. In sports, everyone wants to buy season tickets when the team is having a good year. You have my commitment that this team will have a great year. This year, I commit to you that our great staff with the Board of Trustees governance will evolve to an AOA you have never seen before. Tell your colleagues to buy their season tickets now. I don't want anyone to miss out. Thank you. Thank you for the faith you have entrusted in me. I look forward to hearing from you. God bless.
We'll say it again. All right, now I'm supposed to say something about the dinner. We're going to have some great times tonight at dinner at 6:30 up in the 5th floor, down in the 5th floor. We're going to be getting down with a band. We're going to be getting down with some karaoke. Let's hear the whole, everybody sing at once right now. We did the prayer earlier. We can sing. Everybody, let's just hear it. Give me a song, your favorite song right now. Go. That's perfect. Okay, good enough. All right, thank you. This house will be dismissed in recess until 7:30 in the morning. Thank you. Enjoy the evening. Congratulations again to President Burr.